The Draw Anything drawing. Last month, Dad and I walked downtown to our city library. In the children's room, a librarian showed me an empty display case. He said, "We're asking kids to draw pictures to put in here." "I'd like to do that," I said. "What should I draw?" "Anything you want. Can you bring in your artwork by next Thursday?" I talked with Dad. We agreed to deliver my Draw Anything drawing on Wednesday. Making that promise was the easy part. Back home, staring at a piece of blank paper, I realized I didn't have many or any ideas. And this pictures for the library, I thought, so it has to be perfect. I sighed and frowned. Finally, I whispered, "Why can't I visit a castle filled with good ideas?" That's how I started daydreaming about standing beside a strange castle. It was built from an enchanted mountain of things: sea glass, marbles, carved wood, cobblestone, even a giant's knit mittens. Unraveling a doorway, a mitten admitted me. After I stepped inside, a crayfish piloting an orange flying saucer landed nearby. "Welcome," she announced through a loudspeaker, "to your own made up place to find ideas. I am Miss Claw, your tour guide." Miss Claw pressed a button, and the saucer's roof folded itself up like origami. She switched off the speaker. "Please scramble in." I scrambled. "I'm Marigold," I said, plopping onto a cushioned seat. "It's nice to meet you, ma'am." "It's nice to meet you, too." Miss Claw pulled on a lever to unfold the roof. "This thing has lots of neat gadgets," she said. "Still, somehow it was made without doors. That's okay. The saucer is a good idea and fun too." Hmm, doors or no doors, the saucer really was super. Should I draw it for the library? I decided to decide that later. "How do ideas get to the castle?" I asked, fastening my seatbelt. "Great question. Let's take a look." Smoothly, Miss Claw steered the saucer into an arrival hall. "Wow!" I cried. The hall held harbors, train stations, and magic shows, all bringing in new ideas. Lively ideas popped up on stages and jumped off stagecoaches. They vaulted out of trunks, unlatching, somersaulted from odd eggs hatching. Strong dragon sailors unloaded a freighter's big ideas. Foghorns blared as foggy ideas filled the air. Hmm, the hall was awesome. Should I draw it? I decided to decide that later. Crack, something with hundreds of eyes and wings burst through the speckled shell of an egg as big as a basketball. Flapping wildly, the mystery creature flew away. "What's that?" I asked. "A wild idea," said Miss Claw. "They usually hatch fast." Hmm, should I draw the wild idea? I decided to decide that later. On we zoomed, wearing sunglasses. We zipped through the bright ideas room. In other rooms, we saw hats, toys, bikes, and keys, musical instruments, musical trees. We circled the new desert dome and designed a car courtyard. Hmm, should I draw deserts or cars? I decided to decide that later. Unfortunately, next we came to an ordinary exit door. And Miss Claus said, "This ends our tour." She folded up the saucer's roof. "That door leads straight out of your daydream, dear." "Oh no," I said. "Well, I had a wonderful time. Thank you very much." "Me too. You're welcome." Miss Claw waved goodbye. As I made myself march through the door, my daydream faded away. That didn't matter. I'd already decided to draw the whole tour. I worked hard, finishing my drawing, and brought it to the librarian. A week later, Dad and I visited the library again. My picture was pinned in the display case's center. It wasn't perfect, but other kids told me how much they liked it. I could almost hear Miss Claus say, "Drawing your daydream was a good idea, Marigold, and fun too."